This week, I'm going to talk about how to get ahead of 99% of people. And I'm not going to talk about what you should do. I'm going to talk about what you should not do, or sometimes that you should, you know, get out of your life and forget about it. Because it's easier to don't do something than implement new habits, implement new pathways into your brain. So I've got three main points, and they're very important. Every single one of them is really important. So there's no like list to go from the most important to the least important. I'm just gonna start with the one I like to introduce first. That probably you already know about this, but if not, I'm just going to remind you and tell you why is it bad and why you're going to get ahead of 99% of people. So the first one is rather simple, is limit your time on social media that you waste, because I know you can spend half a whole half a day on just scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on, I know, maybe you scroll on YouTube Shorts, whatever. You can spend like 8 hours of your day just doing that. So what I would advise, if you have more than 2 hours just scrolling, it's already too much. Because just imagine what you could have been doing, what you could have done instead of those hours wasted. And why is it bad? Because it hijacks your brain to the fast rewards, and you see all those successful people, you see all of those people who achieved something, and you just scroll, you become like a cock. But you become like a cock because you see other people's success, and what you do is just scroll on your phone. You becoming a cock for cuckold enough for other people's success, basically. And that can't be good, that can't be good, definitely. And you hijack your brain for the first reward. You think everything is going to be easy because you see other people succeed, and you think every one of those people are like that. But social media is just a social LARPing, and almost none of the images that is there is true, or they hide something behind those scenes. So you should definitely limit yourself with. And one more point about this is brain rot. You're literally brain rotting your brain with Tonton Sahur and all that shit. So that's, if you have more than 2 hours, it should be gone. You should forget about it. And you're definitely going to have more time. You're going to maybe socialize more, meet real people, and yeah, that's about it. Second point is you should stop Conan, watching Conan, because that's even worse than the previous point, you know, because you basically hijacking your brain into thinking that you can get 100 women, but you can't even get one. So your body thinks you have 100 women when you don't even have one. Just imagine what it's doing to you. Basically tricking your brain into thinking that you're the king, you're everything. And I know you fuckers, I know some of you fuckers just go outside, you become arrogant without you have a big egos. All of you gooners, you have big egos without achieving anything, because you hijacked your brain with corn that you achieved the highest highs. And you go there, you become arrogant, you want to feel dominant, but you haven't done anything to achieve what you hijack your brain that you achieved. So those people that watch corn and corn to corn, they usually have this superiority complex, right? When when you look at them and you just think, he haven't done anything. Why is he so arrogant? Why is he so like that? Because he was just cornered. And he thinks that he's the one. He thinks that he deserves 100 women. But imagine what in real life it would take for you to get 100 women in one night. You should be at the top of the ladder. You should be done insane amount of work, and that's just you're just making yourself weak. It's making you so weak, and it's only a psychological fact. And imagine the physical fact that your body releases prolactin, you become like a woman. But it's temporarily spiked. But if you do it often, then it it basically stays there. If you don't want to feel anything from life, you should go do whatever fuck you want to do. And yeah, so we already covered 2 points. They go head to head with each other. The third one is there's special is a smear, and it's don't use shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. Easy money, get rich quick is that's what they sold you from TikTok. That's what they sold you from corn, because they think everything can be easily 100 women can be easily attained. Success can be easily attained. But that's not just simply true, because you need to put thousands of hours into hard work, into achieving something. And just there's no shortcut, there's no carriage quick, because everything that comes quickly without effort is not worth anything. And there's no carriage quick, there are no shortcuts. You should look at the hard way, long way, because that's the only way. There's no such thing as becoming rich easily, because when you're actually going to try to become rich, you will understand what it takes. First, it takes your mental, it takes physical, it takes time, it takes everything, and there simply can't be no shortcuts to that. So you need to, when you're going to make this transition from a gunner, a consumer, to creator, right? Don't take shortcuts. You will understand what actually takes to go there, to become somebody. Because you maybe at first it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really boring. But then it's going to be worth it for a fact. So what I sold you is a nice picture of a quick success. They sold you a picture of carriage quick. They sold you everything to make you weak, to make you, they make algorithm just for you, so you can stay there on the app, use the ads, be there, waste your time. Same with those con sites, right? You stay in there, they make algorithms so that you become addicted and more addicted, and when you're addicted to it, that's the worst thing that can be. It's going to fuck up your mental, your physical, everything. It changes your hormonal level, and it makes you weak. So there should be none of it, because no, I know that it may be. I just know that it may be hard sometimes, that you want to relax, but you should definitely do something else. I don't know, Boba. Something else except those two things that I said about earlier. Maybe go gym or something. Find a real girl, wherever, if you're monogamous, right? So wherever, yeah, there was 3 points that I wanted to say the most, and I guess that's it. If you wanna join my Telegram channel, is in the description of a channel, and if you wanna support my further with my further projects, you can just there's a donation link in the same place, So I'm gonna see you in the next video. That's how we get ahead of 99% of people, because I know all of you gooners. I can sense all of you gooners, watching this video. Okay, maybe not. I'm just joking, but just go get ahead of people, because that's what we're here to do.